Anders here from RAKAKA, and I'm standing here together with my neighbor, almost, Targa from Norway. So tell us, why are you here at Cebit?
I'm actually helping Take by casting some games, and we're promoting Acer and Take's new tournament. I don't know if you've seen the announcement, but he just announced a big team league, which will be a bit focused on the European scene, but I mean there will be Koreans and North Americans as well, and everything will be played live. I mean the matches will be casted live, and also there will be a big offline final, so it's going to be really fun.
Okay, and I mean you're obviously living here in Europe right now, but you spent a lot of time abroad. You spent a lot of time in Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us about that trip and why you made that trip.
Okay, so more than 2 years ago, me and some friends, we pretty much just decided to go to Australia. They were done with their military and I was working in security, and we all wanted to do something else. Before that, I was studying in Norway and it was boring, so I wanted to try something completely different. I went from studying biology to business, and then we moved to Melbourne in Australia, spent a year there, and then lived almost a year in Gold Coast. But after a while, I kind of got the feeling that I really wanted to give programming a try. And it's really hard to do that in Australia. Unfortunately, like the time zones and the lag makes it very hard to practice and play in tournaments. So I decided to go back to Europe, and well, then I moved to Ministry Win, and now I'm in Germany.
So you're living in Germany right now?
Yeah.
At the Take house?
Well, I'm living near Take's house. Monshi is also... I'm living in the same apartment as Monshi and one of the Take TV admins. And then we're like 10 minutes away from Take's apartment.
How is that for you? I mean, how is it working out living together with someone and spending so much time just around StarCraft 2?
Well, of course the StarCraft 2 part was really fun, and I also knew Monshi quite well from before. I met him at many tournaments, and I also met Philip at a few tournaments. Philip is the Tech TV admin. I mean, the only thing that bugs me is that Germans are not so good at English, and especially in Krefeld, they're really horrible at English. They rather speak German to me, even though I say I can't speak German and so on. But besides that, it's pretty good. I can't complain about anything but that.
Okay, so you mentioned in the beginning you were here helping Take with the casting part.
Yeah.
Is the casting something you're looking at getting more into, or are you still mainly focused on your competitive playing?
Well, I'm always going to focus on the competitive playing, but I mean the ideal thing for all programmers, I think, would be to do the same thing that Grubby is doing. If Grubby qualifies for an event, he plays, but if he doesn't qualify, he's getting invited for casting, which also gives him more income, like more money, more publicity, more marketing. I think that's the best thing if you really need to make money. For me at the moment, I just wanted to go to Cebit and help Take out. I also get paid a little bit for doing this, and I also get to meet like all my friends from that are playing at IEM.
I have to apologize from ignorance, but you're not in the team right now, right?
No, I'm teamless.
Is that the choice you have made, or is something?
Well, I've had tons of offers, and I also contacted some of the bigger teams. The bigger teams said they couldn't afford me and so on, and they weren't interested. And the offers I get are usually from smaller teams, and it's very hard for me to trust them because I've been in esports for a while and I know how these stuff works. So I usually I just tell them that either they're going to give me a ridiculous salary for I know that I'm not worth the money that I say I want them to give me, because I know that their organization probably won't last. I mean, the guys that are contacting me are unknown for me at least, and they represent smaller teams. I haven't really had any bigger teams contact me yet, but Take is helping me out, so hopefully I can get a team soon.
Okay, and I want to talk a little bit about Norway. Another Norwegian is here, Snoot, right now. He's also a Zerg player. How is your relationship with him? Are you helping each other out as countrymen, or is it more like a rivalry between you?
No, not at all. I often ask him for replays, and he does so as well for me. We talk about players and so on. also we usually talk at tournaments and try to help each other if there's something the other guy needs.
And I mean, the Norwegian scene, I mean, except for you and Snoot, it's kind of been, you know, there's not many other people that really, I mean, Noctimus is pretty good, but other than that, not so many.
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything international.
Yeah.
I think that's the, well, okay, so most of the Norwegian guys, they're studying or working, so it's hard for them to sacrifice the time that me and Snoot are sacrificing to do this. It's also expensive to travel around the world. And then they might not have the money, and their teams don't have any money as well. Like, because the Norwegian scene is pretty big, not pretty small, I mean. I don't know why I said big. But there are some teams that are pretty up and coming. Aposes is, they had some players that got grandmasters, but that was after everyone started playing HOTS, so it's not that impressive. But they're high masters at least. But I think it's only me and Snoot that are known at the moment.
But like, what do you think that is? For example, in Sweden, we have quite a few that's making a pretty okay, decent living out of gaming. But if you look at, for example, Denmark and Norway, there is so many less, and I mean, the difference isn't so big between our countries.
Well, okay, so you can kind of break it down by the fact that I think almost all the current Swedish pros, except for maybe Sortov, have been programmers in other games. Like Thorstein, Naniva, Sasse, Warcraft. Who am I forgetting from the good
Moro,
Swedes?
maybe.
Yeah, Moro, Brood War. I think Sortov is the only guy that, I don't know if he was good at any other games. I was like half decent at Warcraft. Snoot played a lot of Brood War, I think. But both me and Snoot have played a lot of games to get to this level. And the same thing for Denmark. Baby Knight was a Dota player. And they also had Ciara and Thomas G in the past, but I think they both stopped playing. And they were both Warcraft programmers. So it's, I think if all the top Swedes from past games had stopped playing and given up on esports, Sweden would be on the same level. Because then you would have sort of, and me, Snoot, sort of, is pretty much the same level, I would think.
I want to talk a little bit about stuff that's not related to StarCraft. For example, I've seen videos of you powerlifting, for example.
Yeah.
How is that working out for you? Are you still spending some time at the gym, for example?
I've been trying to. I've been very lazy for the past few years. I didn't work out too much in Australia. I did some, and I worked out quite a bit when I was back in Norway. But it's kind of demotivating because I'm not as strong as I used to. My shape is obviously a lot worse as well. So, but I really like powerlifting, and I mean, you push yourself to the limit, and it's easy to spot progress. And it's also like you have to motivate yourself to go to the gym, and it's really fun.
I mean, tell us about your like top result. How much did you like lift in? I mean, backlift, deadlift.
Deadlift?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have some videos out that I made a long time ago. Before I went to Australia, I did 240, and then I weighed like around 100 kilo, so it was like okay. Then I went to Australia and I did. I tried 250. I did the lift, but it wouldn't be approved in a competition. So I would say 250 is my best deadlift.
And another sporting question, Norway has been kicking ass in skiing lately. I mean, alpine and biathlon and cross country as well.
Yeah.
You must be proud. Have you watched any?
I watched some. I mean, it's all over the news as well. Usually it starts way too early for me. Like they usually do it during the morning, so it's hard to pay attention. But I mean, it's always cool that we're the best at something. I mean, we don't have a lot of other stuff that we're good at the moment.
Do you take inspiration from someone like Northrop, for example? Do you like, yeah, he has a good competitive mind or something?
Well, he obviously has, and he is also a beast at the marketing himself. I'm pretty sure most people either hate him or love him. And I think if you really want to market yourself, that's like a good position to be in. And I mean, he's by far one of the best skiers at the moment. And I think you can soon compare him to like Dali and Alsgaard and so on.
Do you ski anything yourself?
I used to when I was younger.
What Norwegian doesn't, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for the interview and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much.